You're lagging, Caitlin.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I'm switching over to my cell phone internet.
So Caitlin, are you super duper busy?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think we're booking mid-July right now.
Oh, wow.
You have all three. Is everyone coming back, Caitlin?
Yeah, everybody's back.
Awesome.
How about you, Ash? Are all yours back?
No. I've got 2 back full time. One of them is just doing a couple days because Lindsay's moving to Alberta to be with her boyfriend. And then we've got another RMT. I think Caitlin's frozen, but hopefully she can hear me. We've got another RMT who has nerve damage on her face, so she can't wear a mask every day. So she can't work. She's not allowed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can she do her work via Zoom still? Or is
Not for
Not
massage,
really.
no. And
No.
she was helping at Providence Care. She was helping out as like a PSW because she did have that background from when she was younger.
yeah.
They just in the last 2 weeks enforced wearing masks. So now she's got to quit there too. Just too bad, but fingers crossed everything will go well and they'll slowly lift the restrictions so she can come back.
So would she not be able to wear like a face shield, or do you have to have mask as well?
They have to have masks because it's the college of, what I'm struggling with now is we've got multidisciplinary, right? Like different healthcare professionals. So it's like a little bit different for every single healthcare professional, like all of their rules in their college. For example, Caitlin, as you know, like for massage, the client and the therapist have to wear a mask or zero treatment, like no ifs, ands, or buts. But with physio, it's a little bit different. So we're kind of getting like, why do I have to wear a mask? And why do they not? Like a couple of those things. It's just been trying to find the perfect words to say to people, but it's a learning experience.
Yeah. So I put my back out again. It seemed to be something I do in June. Yeah. And so I've been going to Gord, and it's like it's traveling down the front of my leg, and it's just, oh my God, so painful. Carol will remember this because I think I borrowed your TENS machine last year at this time, Carol.
Do you need it again?
I might.
Let me know.
Yeah.
When
When are you ready to try out the river?
Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah. And anyway, yeah, so I've got a massage next Monday.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hurt me.
In only the best time.
Who's speaking to me?
Caitlin, I think she's lagging again though.
I have it on my cell, so that's the best I can do.
Caitlin, you have to type now if you want to speak because it's like doesn't even let you.
If you turn off your video, we might be able to hear you speak better.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yep,
For now.
for now.
Yeah, I don't know. I have it on my cell, so usually that works better.
It might clear up in a half an hour. Who knows?
I'll just be the mysterious woman behind the gray outline.
There you go.
Is anyone else still closed or anything that's here with us?
Yep.
Oh, yes, Melissa.
Yeah.
Any news?
Well, I'm allowed to train clients in their homes. I've got pool here because one of my clients has a pool, so the kids stayed at one end of the pool and we worked on the other. So I'm allowed to do that. And I've sent an email out to Brent Cascanet with the city to get final clarification because Ingrid on the COVID line said you need to call Brent because so the signs are all down at all the parks. So there's zero reason why I can't use green space to do boot camp.
Yeah, I think that is opening up now. Like,
yeah, but I want to be so careful.
Yeah.
We're on week 14 of being closed, and I don't have $750 to pay that fine, and I don't want to put my clients in a situation. So we're gonna wait for the go ahead. I'm going to want it in writing. So that way, if a bylaw officer comes and says, hey, what are you doing? I can say, read this email and be done with it. So yeah, otherwise just still closed. Doing the online thing though.
Yeah, I see a few other gyms that I follow are saying, you know, like they're anticipating like it's going to be very, very soon.
Yes, hopefully.
So fingers crossed for you for sure.
Yes.
Yes. We're just waiting for Brenda Van Duzen. I have to send her the link again. She can't find it. And then we can get started.
Juno was freaked right out, by the way. She has no idea where the voices are coming from.
Who is?
Juno. I don't know if there's a way to turn my camera around. There is.
So the dog?
Yeah, Juno.
Yeah.
She's just taken up a spot on the table.
Yeah.
She has no idea where everyone is. So she's just like,
So yeah, the cat, our cat just goes like, especially for Carol Hardy's voice, it makes her crazy. And I don't know what it is, but it just makes her crazy. She can't figure it out. You'd think by now, with all the time I spend on this thing, she'd be able to figure it out. Christine, I don't know if you saw that. Ooh, can you check the chat? Christina?
yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, there's Sonia. Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me.
LGLSJA branch. Who is that?
It's Debbie. I had to re-log in on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my computer froze.
I'm just going to rename you so that we know who we are.
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ashley, she can do anything.
Yes, she can. I've learned that as she's phasing me out of president.
She can turn you into a frog.
A rock or a frog? What did you say?
Frog. A
Oh,
frog.
geez, I think I'd rather
Maybe
a
a rock too.
Actually, I keep meaning to ask you, is the dirt bike the only two-wheel thing you drive?
Yeah, because it has a motor and it's fast. I fell down a rock cliff on a mountain on the weekend too, but only hurt my rump, so I'm good to go.
My goodness.
She wants to know if you ride street bikes because she's looking for somebody to go riding with.
Yeah.
Well, I could illegally ride my dirt bike down the road. I'd do that all the time. But street bikes, no, it's a bit, actually, I'll tell you a story. I was on a street bike the other day. So my dirt bike mechanic used to race street bikes like professionally, was like third in the world. And I found that out when we were doing catwalks in third gear down Highway 43.
That's funny.
I was like, COVID-19 is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
And you start,
Yeah, well, they wouldn't have caught us, Brenda. There's no way. He's like, don't tell your parents. I'm like, I'm totally telling my parents. That was
And they might have fight you when we get home.
yeah, whatever.
When
We have everyone, Ashley, if you want to go ahead.
All right, let's get started, team. So welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us on our annual AGM and our very first virtual, I think, very first virtual annual AGM. So today's agenda, we're going to be hearing from our very first virtual sponsors. We'll have Melissa Denny and Brenda Van Dusen. After that, you'll get a few more words from myself. And then we will go over the financial report with Brenda Fisk. We will do the election with Wendy. And then we have a charity announcement. And then you'll hear from both our lovely charities. And then we're going to chat a little bit about next steps for BWB. And Jeanette and Christina will take that over. And then right before we leave, our closing remarks from Brenda Van Dusen. Just wanted to say happy to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for everyone for paying your membership fees, and we hope we can continue to grow our virtual BWB moving forward, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So, Melissa, would you like to enlighten us first?
You're on mute.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I got thinking, like, how am I going to do this? So I'm going to give you a tour because some of you have been here. Some of you have been here when it was a different business. So hopefully no one gets motion sickness, but I'm going to take you on a tour and I'm going to talk about, if I can turn the phone around. Okay. There we go. Okay. So isn't that the coolest tape dispenser? All right. So my office. There's Juno. We are puppy friendly. Hi, Juno. Bye, Juno. So she's got her bone. Here you go. So my office was recently renovated whenever I moved in here. It was apparently Arlene's icebox is how it was referred to. So now it has heat. So I do some manual therapy stuff just in the ways of recovery, enough to kind of get you through if you're having a tough time with that. So, hi. Cold drinks in the fridge, and we've got our change room. So the one lucky thing I've got, I guess it's sort of lucky, is that I don't have showers. COVID-19 ate up the shower fund. So it's the open change rooms, and then we're very open concept. So what's really nice is there's tons of space. Even before, there was tons of space. So we've got our big tire we flip around, our cable system, deadlifts, and then we've got our squat rack and some various cardio equipment, all nicely, very luckily I had it spaced at 6 feet apart anyway. So, and then the washroom down to the end. So for those who haven't seen it, it's so cool. It's an old mill and the ceilings are gorgeous. That's my studio. So I'm gonna go sit down again so I don't make everybody dizzy. Right now I'm still closed as far as the studio goes. I am allowed, I got to go ahead to do training with clients in their homes. I got the go ahead for that. And then fingers crossed, I'm allowed to do boot camps in some public green spaces, which hopefully are going to start next week. But for the rest of COVID, until I am closed, or sorry, until I am open, I'm still offering free online boot camps. I do boot camps 4 days a week. And then 2 days a week, I do just a general talk knowledge type thing for anybody looking just for a little bit of extra oomph for right now. Everything is home-based because I have lent out a lot of my equipment to my clients and members, but everything is very much home-based or can be altered so that way you can do it at home or at the cottage or whatever it is that you may be. Then that's 3 minutes, like right on the nose. Look at that. Don't even know what to say. It's we're not making a whole lot of big changes. I am getting rid of the general memberships though. I'm located in Cherry Mews. That's a good point. Right off King Street. Tons of parking up front. And then I've actually got a really big garden space in behind that we're using to grow a ton of vegetables so we can be self-sustainable for all the members. Everybody kind of put the requests in. Yeah, that's about it. The boot camps are always capped in smaller sizes anyway. I have no idea how to prepare for PPE. I did get a bunch of masks, which is wonderful. And I've been picking up sanitizer as I see it. We're just kind of going along.
Your space is lovely, Melissa.
Thank you. It's so cool. There's actually 2 more levels above me. The 5-year plan was actually to redo the second floor. The landlord has been so great, and he's offered to help with that once we get to that point, but we're set back a little bit right now, of course. But yeah, it's a really cool, super unique building, and it's nice and quiet and private, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm at over 200 requests for memberships to join, which is going to be hard to turn away business, but to keep that exclusive feel, I'm not going to let every Tom, Dick, and Harry in because I can't control it. I can't govern it. We are 24 hours. All of the members have key fobs, so they have 24-hour access, but it's going to be kept to clientele and boot campers.
Great job, Melissa. I love your smiling face and positive attitude.
Yeah,
you're right. It is setbacks, but you have the right mentality, so it's amazing to see.
Thank you.
Brenda Van Dusen, our next sponsor.
It's still morning, so good morning, everyone. You know that I do two businesses, but today I want to talk about Sensi. Sensi has been an amazing company through all time since they opened. However, through COVID, because you can do it from home, it's allowing people to earn money from home. And believe it or not, their business more than doubled internationally in the month of May. And when I say double, they went from 30 million in sales to 70 million in sales. And they've had to hire people. So the support that they have for their own community in Idaho and wherever we have distribution centers, they're actually employing more people to make it a 24-hour social distancing shifts. Anyhow, now I'll talk about the product because I'm so proud of them. So every month we have a warmer and scent of the month. And this month, they're already on back order. That's how popular they are. This month there is an amazing Summer Nights warmer. And let me see if I can figure this part out. It glows with stars on it. So anybody that is has stars in them positive. This is a beautiful warmer. The scent of the month is called Welcome Summer. And again, it's on back order because of its popularity. But it's a beautiful, light, fresh yellow, little bit of a floral in it, but not terribly strong. So you would love that.
I can't smell it, Brenda.
No. But if you ask me to, I can drop one by. And I know that my friend Wendy there, she uses the Counter Clean. Their cleaning products are amazing. So they don't use chemicals. They use enzymes to do their cleaning, and it brings fragrance into your home rather than just being that Javex smell, which some people like as a clean fragrance, but it also brings pleasant, sometimes pleasant memory in the fragrance into your home.
Brenda, it's an amazing product. It is, it's amazing. I love it.
Are you ready to order more?
Not yet. Soon. Yeah. Soon.
And so the last thing I was going to show you in my 3 minutes, I think I'm getting close, is they have now a product called a fragrance flower, and it is handmade with, I think it's a little bit of a balsam wood on it, and it has a wick to it. And it comes with the fragrance oil in here. So you don't need to charge it. You don't need to plug it into the wall. You put the flower inside. There's a nice silver ring that finishes off the look. And it'll take about 20 to 30 days for all of the fragrance to go into the flower, and then it'll last another 30 days. So you've got about 60 days out of this beautiful fragrance flower. And some people have been putting colors on the tips of the flower, and it changes the look of the flower. So you can be creative with it. One last, maybe I said that already. This little fan diffuser, it comes with a USB cord, so it's fantastic by your computer on your desk, and it uses the scent pod. The scent pod doesn't require anything except popping it on the top of this, and there's no melting, no mess to clean up, nothing. You can change your fragrances every day if you want to, and each one of the pods lasts about 120 hours. So that's Sensi from me, and I'd love to help you out. We can do fundraising is fantastic. I basically give you back all the commission that I earn and any extras that we sort of top up to make it a total. So I'd love to help you out with that if you're looking at fundraising at this difficult time of getting people out to do things. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. I do love Sensi. It's wonderful. All right, so I've got a little letter for you. Now I wrote this a couple weeks ago, so bear with me. So this last written letter from the current president is brought to you by me. Ashley Hill, right before Jeanette's kicking me out. So I wrote this while I sat in the back office on the very first day of Podium Sports Therapy Wellness Center reopening at about 15% capacity. So this is not ideal for business at all, but it's reality. So you have two options. You can give up, or you can ride it out and continue moving forward. So the opportunity to reflect on the past few months has brought many emotions forward for us all. Our community of Brockville and surrounding area has been extremely supportive throughout these trying times. As a reality, we may never fully return to operating as we did before, but that's okay because there's so many people in the same boat. There's so many women in our community supporting each other on a regular basis. I will forever preach to collaborate with your community, fellow business owners, and support system as much as possible. Be kind to each other always, because it's so much easier that way. Raffle Women in Business has chose to continue moving forward. We will continue as a networking and support group for female entrepreneurs in Brockville and surrounding area. We will continue doing so online, Zoom luncheons the third Tuesday of every month, providing sponsorship opportunities and exceptional speakers, as the future of BWB depends on our innovative approach despite of COVID-19. So we plan to continue to support our community and our members any way we can. So we are here for you. Just want you all to know that. Thank you, each of you, for making the BWB President experience an excellent one. I will forever be an advocate for this group of successful, determined, collaborative women. And as for the executive team, you go above and beyond to meet the needs and surpass the expectations, and for that I'm forever grateful. Thank you.
Are you crying, Jeanette?
No, I'm not.
You, Wendy?
Almost.
I have tears in my eyes, but they didn't go down my cheek, so I'm good.
Okay. So you're crying.
My sister made a slideshow for me to watch of my last 30 years. I've cried every time I watched it. And that was 3 or 4 times. My whole family bawled their eyes out.
Ashley,
Happy memories.
before we continue on with the financial piece, I just want to take a few minutes on behalf of the executive to say thank you so much for your leadership in the past year and before that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been in that position in the first place. And how much we appreciate your positivity and your direct communication. I love that about you. I always know where I stand with you. And that's great. I think actually all of the executive have brought a thought or a word or an anecdote to share. So we're going to take a few minutes to do that right now. Christina, can we start with you?
Sure. Some of the things that I thought about when I think about Ashley is that she is so positive and inspiring. Especially at such a young age, you have accomplished so many amazing things and you rock. And I can't even imagine what your future is going to hold.
Thank you.
Amy, do you want to go next?
I just wanted to say that we always really appreciate your smiling face and your happy, bubbly nature and how you are able to put a, positive spin on every aspect, even if it's not a very positive thing that we're going through, and that really helps us make it through each month.
Thanks, Amy.
Appreciate that.
Brenda Fisk.
Well, Ashley, thanks a lot for all of your check signing over the past year and helping me out from time to time with QuickBooks. You're amazing at that, and QuickBooks is not my most happy accounting system to use, but I'm getting by and we're doing much better. And you'll see in the financial reports that the tax fellow, the reviewer, was very pleased with all of the activity we've done. And so that's a reflection on all of the hard work of the whole executive. But thanks to your leadership, we've got a really good team going.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Brenda.
And Brenda Van Dusen.
My favorite part of Ashley is her smile. It doesn't matter what room you're walking into, whether it's at the country club or at Podium Sports. She's always greeting you with a smile and that positive attitude. Love that about you.
Thank you, Brenda.
And you're so creative, Ashley. When you get your mind going and you're thinking about how to solve a problem, you're very creative. So good on you for that, because you need creativity at a time like this.
Thank you. I really second guess that sometimes, so I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that.
You're
Love
beautiful.
working with you.
Your virtual flowers are on the way.
No, actually, they're already there.
I've already got them.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Thanks for
nice.
reminding me.
They're so pretty and they don't look really easy for me to kill, so I think these ones are going to make it. All right, team. Thanks so much. So enough about me. Let's learn about the financial reports.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
It's coming. Yep.
Okay, I just need to move the faces out of the way. Unfortunately, this page is crooked, and I've tried it twice.
That's okay, Brenda. We're all a little crooked.
Yeah.
It was perfectly aligned in the machine, so why it's coming out crooked, I'll never know. Anyway, this is the balance sheet as of December 31st, and you'll see that we have 50-50 float up here as being changed. It was always popping up when I was trying to reconcile the bank account. And so because this is really an asset of the organization, I've moved that down into the fixed asset equipment. And $47 didn't seem to me to be a reasonable number to set aside, as we have had in the past. So the executive team agreed to move it up to a $50 mark, which keeps me happy. I like round numbers very much. The other thing to note on this page is this undeposited funds. There is a 10-year historic error in the database as we had it at December 31st. And so thanks to Jeanette's suggestion, January 1st, I started the database all over again. This account, undeposited fund account, is something that as people send money in, it goes into this holding account. And from there, I need to then deposit it to the bank. So in the new database that I set up, there's an option to eliminate this. And so therefore this $20 defect is gone from now on. We won't see that next year. We have, over the past couple of years, created a laundry list of the assets of the organization, and these are the purchase prices as we had them. I think this coming year, if I happen to be treasurer next year, I would suggest that we start to depreciate them at a rate that seems to make sense. We have no accounts payable. Everything is paid up with the exception of a bill that we got yesterday. And so there's our ending balance. We were actually 37.2% higher this past year than last year. So we do have some funds available for other great activities to help sponsor Brockville Women in Business. The profit and loss sheet, just to quickly go over that. We were not gaining as much from our 50-50 draw, unfortunately, but we certainly had many people coming to our luncheons, and so we had a great amount of revenue come in from that. Membership fees are just about on par with 2018. The silent auction raffle is one we do at the Christmas time. The International Women's Day raffle is one that we budget for each year now, but we actually pay for it in March next year when International Women's Day happens. Our silent auction sales, as you can see, were a little bit down from 2019, but it certainly was a fun adventure. Our sponsorship tables are up, and so we had a little bit higher revenue than we had in 2018. banking fees are going to change over the next year. We have changed our website, which may get talked about a little bit later. And so our PayPal fees will go up because you'll now be able to pay for your luncheon ahead of time through PayPal. We did have a company in the States that was helping us. It was called Constant Contact. And so there was foreign exchange on their annual bill. The Square fees come in when we use credit cards during our Christmas auction, silent auction. And so that figure was down a little bit because more people brought us cold hard cash, which was wonderful. We've contributed significantly to Girls Inc. as well as Interval House, and the Sue McLaren Award was the International Women's Day Award for the, I've forgotten what it's called. Anyway, the best woman in the world. Let's put it that way. Luncheon expenses, we have done a little bit more advertising this year over last year. Our catering expenses are down, so that's a good news story. We haven't decided to put in much entertainment this year. We haven't seen that there was a need for it. And so instead of spending money on entertainment, instead we've encouraged or sought out guest speakers. And so that's why that figure is a little bit higher. Other expenses here you see are Constant Contact. That was the US-based company. We have a Christmas luncheon for the executive. The amount of tax that Missouri Tax and Business charged us last year was high because he actually did 3 years in a row. We actually have spent a little bit more on office supplies. The post office box, which we need because we are an entity and it gives us a presence of sort, is there. And we have terminated our contract with Kelly Bateson, who was helping us with our web space. You can see here that our August event last year was a little bit higher than the other one, the 2018 one. International Women's Day, we increased, actually I'm not sure why it went up. If anybody's interested, I'll have to look that up and I'll get back to you. We no longer do showcases. That was an expense and an activity that we found that was very difficult to deal with. And we did have some expenses for the silent auction. We bought those cookie tins and cookies to put in them, and some of the special event, or not special events, the special arrangements for the silent auction day were included in this figure. So our net income is not as high as it was for 2018, but it's still money in the pocket. And there's just one more thing that I'd like to show you. Whoops. When I move the figures around and go back to this, this is the letter that we received. And as soon as the year end occurred, I was able to contact Steve Mazurkic. I don't pronounce his name well, I'm sorry. The most important part of this paragraph is that his letter is this one. Using the information provided to me, I have concluded that the statements generated by the QuickBooks program reflects the current financial standing of the organization. Yahoo and hooray, we're all on side. So we're all in fine shape to move forward into our 2020 year. And that's the end of the financial report. I will stop sharing my screen. And I think someone needs to put a motion forward to accept the financial statements as presented. And it can't be me.
I will do that.
And it needs to be seconded.
I'll second it.
and it needs to be voted. All those in favor of accepting the financial position as stated? Any against? Any abstain? Since I did them, I have to
Abstain.
abstain. Oh, that's it. Over to you, Wendy, I guess.
Thanks, Brenda.
Thanks, Brenda.
You're welcome.
So it's my job to conduct the elections for 2020-2021. And the executive team has presented a slate of officers already for everybody to have a look at. I think that information was circulated via your electronic newsletter. So you should have had an opportunity to have a look at that. The term of the president and the vice president is a year, with all other positions being a 2-year term. And so before I begin the election, I just wanted to express my gratitude to the executive team for all their hard work and attempting to keep us connected through this difficult time. They have done an exemplary job this year of bringing informative programming and fun events. So I just wanted to say well done to you, Ashley, Jeanette, Christina, Brenda, and Amy. Very well done. So the slate of officers presented by the executive, as I said, they're on your screen now because probably Jeanette has shared that. So as it stands now, we do have some openings, but we have names beside those openings. So Ashley will move into past president, and Jeanette will move up into president, and Christina has put her name forward as vice president. The secretary is open, and Deborah Colligan has put her name forward. Treasurer is open, but Brenda Fisk has again asked for her name to stand and to continue in that role. Communications is open, and Melissa Denny has expressed an interest in moving into that position. And logistics, Dana Pierce has put her name forward. So I will go through each one of the open positions and ask 3 times. I'm not losing my mind. It's because of Robert's Rules of Order, which we operate under. If there are any nominations from the floor. So if anybody on the call would like to fill the position that's open, they can express that interest, and then we'd have to have an election. So let's go with the vice president. So Christina Covey, Shannon, are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Okay, so Christina, congratulations. You're moving into the vice president. And for the treasurer, Brenda Fisk has put her name forward. Are there any nominations from the floor for the treasurer position? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Okay, so Brenda, you are the treasurer for the next 2 years.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Communications, Melissa Denny. Are there any nominations for the communications position? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Okay, so Melissa, you are the communications chair for the next 2 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Logistics, Dana Pierce. Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Are there any nominations from the floor? Okay, congratulations, Dana. You are the new logistics person. for the next 2 years. So that is your executive. So you've got Jeanette moving into president, Christina Cubby-Shannon moving into vice, Deborah Colligan, secretary, Brenda Fisk, treasurer, Melissa Denny, communications, and Dana Pierce, logistics. Very strong executive. Congratulations, girls. Thank you very much for everything that you do for us. And I hope and pray we can soon meet together and hug each other, because this is driving me batty. So the nomination or the election is closed. And yeah, I am going to leave the call because I can't sit any longer. So
Go move around.
I'm gonna go move around. People must think I'm crazy. I'm walking up and down the dock like I'm losing my, like, anyway.
That's what we're supposed to do. Squeeze those glutes.
Oh my God.
I know what you're dealing with.
Honey Bunch, on that note, my glutes are a hell of a lot bigger than they were 3 months ago.
Good. Keep squeezing.
Okay. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, Wendy.
Take care.
Thank you.
Hi, Wendy.
Congratulations, ladies.
I want to just take a minute and thank Amy Jakes for the past 2 years being a part of the executive. We really appreciate your communications role, and it's a tough one, so thank you very much for being part of it. We appreciate you.
And I've reached out to Melissa. She can always reach out to me as well for any info.
Thank you. All right. So we have an announcement that we would like to make. I'm going to do what Ashley did earlier. I have something to read. The Brockville Women in Business and the Leeds Grenville Interval House and Girls Inc. of Upper Canada have had a strong and healthy relationship for the past 10 years. We're pleased to have raised over $20,000 for each organization since 2009. We should clap for that. We appreciate their support at our fundraising events over the years and consistent attendance at our monthly meetings. The BWB has made plans to seek out new charity partners for January 2021 to support other women-focused charities in the area. This decision was difficult as we have had a solid relationship with Interval House and Girls Inc., but felt that branching out to support other worthy causes relating to women was a good choice for the group. We advised Charlene, ED of Interval House, and Jess, ED of Girls Inc. in January of our plans, and we were very pleased with their graciousness accepting this news. We know every dollar is important to all charities, so we wanted to give plenty of notice. So thank you, Charlene and Jess, for your support moving forward. We'd like to hear, here's the hearts, we'd like to hear from both Charlene and Jess at this time. And so we'll start with Charlene.
Sure. So thank you again very, very much. I know that this has been a relationship that since my coming here in 2015 and prior to that has been a wonderful connection with primarily Kimberly in her role and BWB. And I just want to say and express thank you so much for not only highlighting the work that we do, but also contributing to the work that we do. The monies raised over the past 10 years have primarily been used within our children's program and primarily go towards our summer programming. So we've done things, you know, short day trips and different groups. It's allowed us to do groups in schools, do groups primarily doing PD days here at the shelter location for youth, and has really helped us to expand our work with young women living in the community. You know, with the work that we do, the kids tend to be, you know, very quickly overlooked. You know, they don't have the choice that they're getting coming in the shelters when mom's made that brave decision to leave her abusive situation and come in. The kids don't get the choice. So we've really worked at trying to create programming and counseling that will impact on the young women that we're working with. So over the past 10 years, yes, as you just heard Jeanette say, over $20,000 has been raised and has gone directly back into the clients and into the work that we do. So thank you very, very much. We still hope to be a part of BWB. You know, I have loved the connection that we have. And certainly would welcome continuing to be a part of this amazing group of women. So thank you again very, very much.
Thank you, Charlene. Jessica?
Yeah, thank you. Obviously, it's an unusual and challenging time right now. I've been in this position for just a year, so BWB has been a part of Girls Inc. for over 10 years, like you said, but I've been a part of it for a year, and I very much have felt like part of the family, the BWB family. I've enjoyed attending, obviously, the lunches, and not just for the food, but mainly for the connections and the learning experiences that I've had there. And definitely selling the 50/50s has been fun. A question, Brenda, I may have brought it up a little bit near the end. I'd like to calculate out months. So, no, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun being part of it. But BWB has done so much more than just what you see on a monthly basis of us being there. As a not-for-profit, funding is often the biggest challenge that we face. And having this long-term investment and support that we've received from Brockville Women in Business and its membership has been critical to our continued presence and impact in the community. Not only the funding, but also the friendships, advice, the volunteers, the community, the champions, the girls participants, event attendees, and donors has all been part of it. We truly cannot thank you guys enough for investing in the girls, in the young women in the community, and the next generation of female business women and entrepreneurs through Girls Inc. Girls Inc. will forever be thankful, for sure, and will always be an advocate of BWB, and the charities chosen in the future will definitely be fortunate to join such a great group of women, advocates, and friends. So thank you for your continued support from all of us at Girls Inc. and our family.
Thank you. Yes, the executive hopes that you will stay on as members and remain connected to the BWB, because those connections are just so important. Continuing to develop relationships within our group. Both charities do such great work, and we'd love to continue to stay informed with your progress. We thank you for your support as we introduce this new application process to the Brockville Women in Business organization. So as of September 1st, the executive will be accepting applications for new charities. We will choose 2 partners for a 3-year time period from January 2021 to December 2023. Interval House and Girls Inc. will be eligible to reapply to the BWB as a charity for 2024. The application will be available on the website in August. Criteria and questions will be indicated on the application. So thank you so much for your support again, ladies, in making this change. We know it's a big one. It's a long relationship, but we just felt like this was a step to expand our touch out to more charities in the community. All right, so Christina and I want to talk about next steps for BWB as we move forward in this very unusual situation. So we're planning as we can. Do you want to talk about July and August a bit, Christina, in terms of meetings and what we're going to do for that?
Sure. In July, we have secured a colleague of mine, actually, with RBC Global Asset Management. June Odette is going to be joining us for our July meeting and speaking on giving a market update and a little bit about women and investing. So I think it's timely with everything that's going on in the market and good information for all of us to have. And then in August, it is our usually our members only event, and I've tried to do something fun. We are talking about having a paint night, and I am with the expansion of us being allowed to have more people in our circles, we are looking at having a paint night hosted at my house. I can probably have 15 people, socially distanced. And then also we're going to have the capability of having it virtual as well. So if you do not feel comfortable coming to our circle here, you are able to participate at home, and we will ensure that we get supplies and things to you. We have reached out to Jill Andrus, who she has just renamed her business, and I'm sorry that I don't know that information. Art and Soul, I believe it is, but I will get that. We'll forward information onto the website for sure. And she has, we are looking at having a cost to that evening, and we will be looking at doing some fundraising, being able to split that between the two charities, Girls Inc. and Leeds and Grenville Interval House as well, since we have been slacking on our 50/50s and raising money with no meetings. So we're trying to make up for it with this event. So more to come on those.
And then in September and October, we're going to have a mental health theme. I had been already talking to Shula Bear-Leptoff. She's a counselor in Kemptville, and she's going to be doing a presentation on women running their own business and the challenges of mental health. And then we're going to do a bit of a follow-up and a panel in October for those brave souls who want to or are willing, I'm putting this out there now, to talk about mental health in their businesses. So I think it's a really great topic and very timely in terms of what's been going on. And so we want to support all of our women in our network by giving some information and letting people know that there's support out there. So that's also coming for the fall. Anything else, Christina, on the meeting front?
That's it so far.
Okay, good. So we have a fun contest that we want to roll out today, and we'll be doing some more sharing on social media. So I just have to bring it up here to find the right document. That's not it. So it's our summer charity contest.
Fundraising contest.
Fundraising contest, thank you. Where is it? I must have closed it. Okay, just a second. Desktop.
And I thought I had it up here to be able to jump in, but I don't either.
It's coming. I gotta look for it here. BWB, there it is, contest. So I'm going to open it, and then I'm going to share it. Sorry about that. Okay. BWB Summer Fundraising Contest. Start date June 20th, which is the first day of summer. So all the monies raised will go to our two official charities, Girls Inc. of Upper Canada and Leeds Grenville Interval House. We thought this would be a fun way to round up the summer, and some of our objectives were to promote businesses to help them get back on their feet after COVID, increase givings to our charities in 2020, and to bring the BWB community together with a fun activity and to promote the Shop Local movement. So the rules of the game are open to members and non-members, selling a product or service with a percentage going to our charities, and you receive points. So you receive more points for a higher percentage donated. For example, if you commit to give 5% of sales to our charities, then you get 50 points. And for every dollar amount in $25 increments, then you get that amount of points. 10% of sales, you would get 100 points. 15% of sales, you get 150 points. If you purchase a product from one of our members who are participating in increments of $25, then you get 50 points, 100 points, or 150, or 100 points. Oh, I've got extra dollar. You get 150 points for a $100 purchase. So for instance, I'm going to use Katrina as an example. If Katrina decided to take part in the program and she wanted to give 10% of her sales to the charity, then, and I bought a $100 gift certificate from her, then she would get 100 points for participating. And then for every $100 that, or for the $100 that I purchased, then she would get 150 points. Does that make sense to everybody? Almost doesn't make sense to me. So it's that perimenopausal brain that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so there are participation points as well, which I think I explained. Check presentation to the 2 charities will happen at the September event, and hopefully it will be in person. Prizes for those with the most points are handed out at the September meeting. Prizes include a gift certificate from Beauty Inside for a free reflexology treatment, BWB swag, and more. So we're still working on that. Sales and purchases will be submitted weekly to Christina Covey-Shannon by Friday, and so that she can keep track of the points. If you decide to take part, please let Christina know so that we can promote your business on the BWB page. As part of the benefit of taking part of the program, we will highlight the business or the person with the highest points collected that week, and the business person, the business or person with the highest points to date will also get a shout out at the July and August meetings. So it's a bit of a fun way to get some business rolling again, give some money to our charities, and to create community and just, you know, keep on having fun with what we're doing. So we hope that people will take part in this. And yes, I will definitely share the documents. Carol will put them on the website so that people can see them publicly. And Christina's going to do up a spreadsheet so that she can keep track of all of that. It'll be fun. And you know what? If you can't do it for whatever reason, because you can't give away any of your profit right now, that's fine. It's just, you know, whatever anybody can do to take part. If you just want to be a cheerleader right now and promote other people, that's your contribution. That's great. You know, make a post on social media that we're doing this. That would be a huge help to getting more word out about our businesses. Does anybody have any questions about that? All right. That's good. I hope that was straightforward. Brenda Van Duzen, you get to wrap up the meeting. You're on mute.
Okay, there. That better?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. Thank you very much, Melissa, for sharing your challenges and your beautiful facilities. I remember going in there when my friends renovated it for their gallery, and all of the work that they put into that beautiful woodwork, and you get to benefit from it.
I sure do.
It's a wonderful location.
Thank you.
And the new executive, I look forward to working with you and all of our ideas in this challenging time. And it amazes me the way that BWB has been creative in keeping connected. And to that point, this wonderful fundraising. I'm so glad I said fundraising when I was doing my my little spiel, because it's always uppermost in our minds to sort of give back wherever we can. So hopefully we get some participants in that, and it'll benefit both ways. And Charlene and Jessica, keep coming back to us. We love having you, and we will support you even going forward. So even on an individual basis. Paint night. Oh, it was so much fun last year. I hope whether you participate from home or in Christina's yard, let's get some fun stuff going, because I know it's been a stressful time for people. So anyway, I think that's it for me. I look forward to when we can actually get together in person. And yeah, have a happy, beautiful afternoon. It's gorgeous outside.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you to the new executive for stepping up and being part of the team. And thanks again to Ashley. And we're glad that you're staying on for another 6 months as past president to share your wisdom. We hope everybody has an awesome day. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day.